Alright everyone, I want to take a minute to do a follow-up review for Thor. We're going to call this the 2000 Bag Review. Since I've gotten this bagger, things have really ramped up for me at Cactus Hat. We started supplying 3 nearby farms to me, my direct competition, with ready-to-fruit blocks. I found that since I have the ability to do so now, I'm in position to help out nearby farms and maybe even get into the ready-to-fruit block game. And that's all because I made this purchase. Seems dramatic, but it's true. I've been asked to do a follow-up review by a few people now, so I wanted to take the time to do that, explain some pros and cons, and just really establish whether or not this bagger is worth the price. I have not changed my opinion one bit. As a matter of fact, I stand by it even more. I'm not paid by Mossy Creek. I know the guys now. I'm in their Discord. I've even met Ben in person. But I stand by this product. I've seen some comments talking about how it's designed by hillbillies. And I've met Ben, so I know that to be true. But the truth is, it's hard for a lot of people to accept that such a simple design and a good price point can perform just as well as the expensive options. And you'll hear all kinds of nonsense about, oh, the bagger's going to break down over time. Yeah, by that time, I'm going to be filthy rich from selling all these mushrooms, and I'll have an upgraded bagger. The point of Thor is it's the affordable option for us. I can't afford the expensive batch mixers that you see in other popular YouTube videos. Not yet, at least. I'll get there one day because of the affordable option. Thor is a bagger, and listen to me. You can get the upgraded option now. Thor is the bagger you can buy after you sell 200 pounds of mushrooms. Think about that. 200 pounds of mushrooms will get you roughly $2,000. Now that's me, because I sell just about everything at $10 a pound. If you sell at higher prices, it'll be even less. But for 200 pounds of mushrooms in sales, you can have an upgrade to your farm that makes your life so much easier and you will have so much more free time. That's the point I was trying to make in the original video. And it turns out it's true. I have so much more time. I don't even bag anymore. I have a couple employees that I pay to do it for me. I don't even have to touch it. They're done in an hour and 15 minutes every week. It's fantastic. Best purchase I ever made on the farm, aside from my barrel steamer. Since I made that original video, Ben has actually upgraded Thor in several different ways. When I bought this, I believe it was $1,800 or maybe $1,750, and then you have to pay shipping. So I actually got this bagger for just under $2,000. The new design is right at $2,000, and it's fully adjustable now, from the water to the actual compartments that hold the substrate materials. You can bag anywhere from 5 to 12 pound bags, and he says it's a 5-minute change. I haven't seen this yet, but I believe it. They're currently using their upgraded baggers on their farm, so it's fully, you're talking about a bagger that's fully adjustable, water and all, from 5 pounds to 12 pounds. In 5 minutes or less, you can make that changeover for $2,000 even. Do you know what that does to a small farm? It changed the game for me. And like I said in my first video, it's not perfect, not my model at least. I have the original one. My model spills a lot of dry material on the ground. At the end of like a 100 bag session, and we do 10-pound bags, we probably have about 10 to 20 blocks worth of material that falls into the bin. I actually have the bin right over there behind that ladder. We just place that underneath it and it catches it all, and then we dump it in the side that has the soybean hulls, because we notice no difference with the substrate when we do that, or the performance of the strains. This has been resolved. The new bagger just spills a little bit of dust, just like any other bagger. Maybe next time Ben comes over here, he'll upgrade mine or something. But in the meantime, I don't regret the purchase at all. I needed it quicker, and he offered me the newer ones at the time. I kind of wanted mine quicker. I was a little excited. But I'm going to be holding on to this bagger till it falls apart, which allegedly is soon, according to some people. But if it does, I'll just replace the parts because they're dirt cheap. Now, we've done about 2,000 bags with it, roughly, give or take 100. and there's no difference in performance. I expected the slides, the hammers that go in and out, to maybe start degrading. Hasn't happened yet. Still consistently makes 10-pound bags, and usually they range anywhere from right on 10 pounds to about 10 and a half. And you could expect some variance, and a lot of that has to do with the actual bags of soybean hulls and sawdust, since they all come differently. It has nothing to do with the water, because that's volumetric, because he has a float valve in that bucket up there. In that first video, I had a complaint that the outlet here where your substrate and water falls out, I found it was too shallow, so you had to really crinkle up the bag to wrap it around that pipe so substrate matter didn't get all over the walls of the bag. I'm not a fan of that because I like that good seal when it cools down, and man, it's annoying to hose down or wipe down the sides of bags when you're doing 100, 150 at a time. It gets really old really fast. On the new baggers, he already added a cone extension, so he's actually listening to my complaints. I added this little extension here, and it's worked out fine. Still a little dry material on the side, but not nearly as bad as it was before. I also learned that he put caster wheels on Thor. So not only does it fit inside of a residential doorway, it's easy to roll around. Not that it's heavy to lift, but it requires me and one other person. And I'm a small guy, I'm 5'5", but I'm able to lift it very easily with somebody else and just move it around. But if I had caster wheels on mine, it'd be even easier. I would buy Thor 100 more times. If it completely broke, for some reason it caught fire, so what? The price point's so good, I would just sell another 200 pounds of mushrooms and buy it. And I would get the upgraded version. Which leads me into my next point, which I think is very important for small farms like myself. Don't let anyone convince you that you need very expensive equipment, whether it's an All-American, whether it's a big batch mixer, or some crazy autoclave. You don't need any of that starting out. You have a lot of affordable options because more farms are creating them. Mossy Creek is one of those farms. We now have a bagger option that's actually affordable. Don't go into debt with your business chasing a dream that you'll never be able to fulfill because of the crushing debt. You can start out by handbagging, you could sell 200 pounds of mushrooms, and then you can buy Thor and say goodbye to handbagging forever. Here's some B-roll.